All right, we good? We good? Yeah. Awesome. Well, welcome to the first episode of the Bare Maximum podcast. My name is Warren Barefoot, and like I said, this is episode 1. I'm very pleased to present our first guest, my slightly older twin brother, as well as life partner. I'm probably the only person I could talk more than 10 minutes without a break with. So, Zach, thank you for being here. First, I figured it'd be smart if we did like a bio. So maybe 30-second, minute long. Go tell people a little bit about yourself.
Hell yeah! Thanks for having me on, man. Very happy to be here. My name is Zach. Future success.
Yeah. We'll see.
Born in Rhode Island, raised most of my life in Dunn and Johnston County in North Carolina. Joined the military out of high school, in the Army National Guard as an 88 Mike, as a truck driver, and then been in college ever since. Joined the East Carolina Army ROTC program.
Oh, yeah.
And I'll be commissioning as an officer in fall of 26. So we'll see where that takes us.
Hell yeah, man. Good shit. Well, first of all, I just need to say that it's been a while since we actually hung out together. What's up with that?
Been a minute, yeah. It's weird.
Yeah, I was literally talking to Laurel the other day. I was like, I don't know what's. I haven't hung out with you in a while. It's so weird because, I mean, before the semester ended, dude, we were seeing each other every day for class and all that. This is really an interrogation. This is no longer a podcast. It's interrogation. That's why I brought you here. But yeah, so it's nice that we got to work out.
How have you been? It's good to see you.
Yeah. It has been good to see you. That I was glad we got to work out earlier. That was,
our intense workout.
Yeah, our crazy 7 sets that we did. That was pretty nice. But dude, I don't even know what was up with that.
Dude, that was that workout, man. We went way too hard, way too quick.
So what do you think it was? Because I know. So we got there, we did our warm up on the step mill, and I was feeling good. I was feeling, nice and warmed up. But we got on the leg press, and I love that leg press. We always talk about how much we like it, but like, I never understand why I have like a shooting pain right in my under thigh, like right in my hamstring almost. That kind of deters me from doing most of my leg press now. But
Is it just leg press that'll do it?
Yeah, I think so. I think it's like that extension,
Really?
That like stretching of my hamstring.
Sure. Yeah. Okay.
Like my sciatic nerve.
I mean, I felt like shit because I had ate right before. I woke up at like 8:30, and then I got some food. I needed food that was like not just not suitable for a leg workout.
What'd you eat?
I had fucking Gatorade bar and cottage cheese and nuts.
No, dude.
Yeah, cottage cheese fucked me up.
The dairy got me. The dairy got him.
But sciatic nerve. There's an interesting thing I can show you after we do this, but it's called nerve stretching. It's pretty cool. So it's a motion where that you put your leg in a certain position and then you raise it and then you flex your toes back and forth, and it lengthens the sciatic nerve. So it's supposed to, it's almost like stretching a muscle, but it's stretching the nerve. It's like taking it through a different range of motion. So it's supposed to aid in the injury and like help with sciatic pain. So
yeah, that's pretty cool. I've never actually heard of like lengthening or stretching any nerves. So.
No, it's actually pretty cool. I used to have to do it to Gina all the time, to help her stay on it because she has sciatica and everything.
Yeah.
And another thing I would do is I would absolutely destroy her sciatic nerve from the inside. No, I would massage her. Yeah,
I remember you going to town on the Theragun.
Yeah, it was mainly I would do it myself. Like I would dig my elbows into like her upper buttocks, and it would like just destroy your fucking sciatic nerve.
Yeah.
Like, and depending on the variation between individuals will determine how much pain you'll feel. But it was so painful for her, dude. Her sciatica was like pretty rough. I think that was in like the height of her driving like an hour every day to work and everything.
Yeah.
And she was super busy on her feet, and she didn't have much time to rest. And she was doing yoga a lot less.
Mm-hmm.
And like it was like an everyday thing, man. And she would like almost start crying because it hurt so bad.
Jesus
Like I can see if it affects you. But, like I would dig my elbow into her butt
Yeah,
and like
that sound good.
fucking ruin her fucking sciatica nerve, dude. It hurt so bad for her.
Yeah, the I know that might be it for me as well, because I do a lot of driving, with work and everything. So
Sure.
I know that whenever I had my old van, the seat was a lot harder. So every time I would sit down, I would drive for hours and hours, and then that same spot kind of in my right buttocks would kind of act up and
Yeah.
flare up. It was so painful.
Yeah, I had that happen while I was. God, what was I doing? I was doing some. I think I was driving, but I was driving for a long period of time for whatever reason, and I felt it. That was the first time I ever felt it, and I was like, "This is exactly what they're talking about," because I've never felt this before, and
Yeah.
it sounds exactly like what they're talking about. But luckily, I only felt it like a little, like, and it was that one time. A couple days later, like I don't feel it again, but hopefully it's not the case later in life. Start feeling that more often.
Yeah. I don't I don't particularly enjoy it, but I try to stay away from it. I try to get some stretches in, but the anyway, that was what I was kind of experiencing a little bit today at the gym. We had we had 4 pretty tough sets of, what is that, 495 on the leg press.
So let's see,
5 plates.
Be 5, 45, 90, and then it'd be 135. No, 40, 45, 90, 180. And then it'd be 225. So it's 450.
450.
Yeah, 450 plus whatever, like
Like the
weight of the
base bar.
Yeah, it was probably like 50 pounds.
Yeah.
So probably close to 500.
Yeah, that was really sucky. I didn't enjoy that at all. But it seemed like you were really struggling on that hack squat we had.
Dude, it was because I felt like throwing up the whole time. Each set, I had to take like a 5-minute break in between because I thought I was going to puke.
Was it just like the back-to-back leg press, you think?
No, it really wasn't, because that's like my typical thing. Well, typically I'll do like a stiff-legged deadlift right after my.
That's gross.
I prefer those because I don't feel like throwing up during it. It's
Yeah.
not like it's not like hard on my quads, not hard on my glutes. Like
Mhm.
you'll feel it the next day, but during the moment you'll feel it primarily in your lower back.
Yeah.
So as long as you know that you're doing it correctly, you won't really know that you're doing it in your hamstrings until the next day. Which is
Yeah.
why I like doing this, because my quads, my hamstrings, my glutes are so torched after the leg press that I like to be able to just like take it easy on my next exercise. But no, it wasn't really the intensity. It was like the fact that I had eaten right before,
Yeah.
and that was the dairy, man. Dairy
Yeah.
got me.
I can never recommend doing dairy between anything. That's why every time me and Reyes go on those long runs, he's like, I wouldn't even consider having like a glass of milk or anything. He's
Yeah.
like, no dairy, not even like string cheese before we go out and do this run, because we're going to be doing this long track workout. We're going to be hitting hard miles, hard reps, a little bit of break, like constant feet pounding. So he was like, no dairy ever until you're done, and then we go do our stuff and get to have real food after. But
Yeah.
I will say though that with the semester being over, man, it's just been so nice to actually take this time to recover.
Oh,
And,
absolutely.
yeah, I've never in my life felt like I had this much time to recover, especially with my job only working me Friday, Saturday, Sunday.
You got like 4 days.
4 straight
Jack.
days and half a Friday, and so I'll wake up I'll wake up at like 10:30, dude.
Yeah.
It's insane. So I mean, what were we doing every single day for the semester, for the spring semester? We were waking up at like 5 a.m., 4:30,
At least, yeah.
4:30 sometimes, even 4 o'clock for those long rucks. But I'm so glad to be away from that, because I never knew how much my body needed to recover until I finished, and then I started my my quote summer break,
Yeah.
and slept in every day.
Yeah.
You know, was eating the right food, working out at the right lengths, and not rushing myself to finish.
Yeah.
And that was how I really noticed, like, I really needed this. I needed that semester to end before my body could prosper at all.
100%.
You know what I mean?
Like, and it almost like makes me paranoid
Mm-hmm.
to the point where I'm so busy during the semester that whenever I finish the semester and I actually don't have work to do, I'm like, I'm not doing something.
Yeah.
It's like, what do I need to be doing right now? Because I know that, like, I've been so used to being busy the past 5 months. Like, every second of my day has been like scheduled for me, that it doesn't feel natural to have any break in my day, especially for as long as we have now. So like, it doesn't feel natural at all.
Yeah, I know. I totally agree. It's especially with how we do it with Ranger Challenge, and then, you know, semester we're working 16 credit hours, full-time jobs.
Yeah.
It's not the way to go. It's certainly not recommended, especially with the guard on the side.
Yeah.
It's not recommended. I wouldn't recommend it to anyone.
Families to keep track of. And then
Yeah.
we're both in relationships.
Yeah,
We both have our own individual lives.
Yeah, it's tough, man. But what sucks the most is that this. Why I say quote break is because it's not even like a month long.
Not a break at
It's
all.
not even like a month. Yeah. So that was one of the first things I wanted to talk to you about. Was I know you're leaving for CST cadet summer training before me. You're gonna be leaving June 20th.
Yeah. Fifth reg, baby.
Yeah, yesterday made a month. You are now sub-month until you leave.
Dude, fuck you. Fuck you.
So I'm pretty excited to go. I'm pretty excited to hear how everyone else does.
It'll be cool.
Yeah,
to hear how everyone else does.
What do you think about leaving? How do you think you'll compare to other people there? What do you expect to see? What are you excited for in CST specifically?
I think it'll be fun. I think you can, with the right mindset, you can make anything like that fun.
Mm-hmm.
Army's surrounded by like the greatest people that I've ever met, and like you just make awesome experiences out in the field with doing dumb stuff, things that you don't enjoy. It's also one of those things that you hate during the moment, but afterwards you look back on it with a fondness of like, that was fun.
It's kind of
like
that trauma bond.
Exactly. It's like I look back on basic training now. It's like, oh, that was a good time. I would totally go back. It's like that's just how it is. But I think it'll be a good time. I think I will do relatively well in the vast span of like the 6,000-7,000 people going. I think I will do relatively well. I know there's a lot of studs. I'm not interested in like being number one. Like, doesn't really have like, if I were to get number one, it's cool, but it's not like my goal to do that or to play super well. My goal is to get what I can out of it. My goal, as far as getting into Baylor, holds no ground as far as how I do the CST.
That's true.
So, and getting in any physical therapy program has absolutely nothing to do with how I perform at CST. If I was to want infantry, then that's where that would come into play. But or any other branch. But CST, I think I'll do well. I'm excited for it. I think it'll be fun. I think it's one of those times that it's like, yeah, it's gonna suck. Like, no matter what you do, but you gotta make the most of it.
That's probably why it's even though it's not super heavy in terms of what you actually want to do, it's probably still relatively important that you do well in case you do go infantry, right?
Sure.
So I guess you're gonna want to, skimp out on those nav spots or the lanes and the stuff.
But I can't, really.
Yeah. So,
but I can't. I want to be a shitbag, but I can't.
Because your fallback is actually the most important position in the Army officer.
Yeah. No. I don't really have it. I've never had an intention to shitbag. I'm obviously gonna like do my absolute best and prepare for it as best I can and do the best that I can. Because I want to do well. I don't want to do it for like a rank, but I want to do it for me. See how well I can do. They just have like some crazy studs out there though. Like it's honestly insane. Like the people that you'll see, it's like if you were to ask a random like active duty person, it's like do you think you could be number one? Be like, oh, for sure. It's like the competing class as far as these ROTC cadets. Like, they can't be that much, but
Right.
they're like, there's a select few, man. They're just fucking studs.
Yeah, it's pretty impressive. I've seen the highest density of world class athletes in the Army than I ever have anywhere else. I mean, you picture someone like who would like Reyes. Reyes is an incredible example of someone who's beyond any sort of standard.
Yeah.
Any sort of standard that the military would set for anybody. I mean, you think about standards as like you go to Ranger Regiment or Ranger School, 3 hour, 12 mile. You know, that's kind of the minimum requirement. Dude blows it out of the water, gets like sub 2 hours. You know, he'll get like
Or like fucking Prince.
Yeah. Prince is another great example. He's not even. He was training for special forces. But he didn't even go to selection yet. You know what I mean? He just had his kid. I mean, praise God. But he was training for selection at that point. He said hour 34 was his best time. That is unreal.
Yeah.
That is unprecedented and just completely unbeholden to anyone in the world. Like who can discipline themselves and their body and their mind strong enough to go that distance at that speed? I mean, that's what an 8 or 9 minute mile for 12 miles with a 40-pound bag.
Yeah, I think that a lot of physical and mental success is like not everyone can do it. It's a very genetic thing. Some people are meant to strive and do well and be great in physical aspects of the world. Other people are great at being musicians or tacticians.
Shout out Bodman.
or anything related to that. I think that some people are naturally supposed to be good at certain things. It's a genetic thing. You have no idea what your thing is until you do it. But some people are naturally good at it. That doesn't take away at all from the amount of hard work and dedication that people pour into it.
Right.
But I think that if you're meant to be something other than like this Olympic athlete, I think you trying to become an Olympic athlete is almost far-fetched.
Yeah.
Because that's a genetic, like 0.001% of the people like in the world could go to the Olympics, and you could try as much as you try. It's like saying I'm 5'10", right? 5'10", I will never dunk a basketball. It's like saying, well, let's get them on some like power movements. Let's get them on some like slow eccentric explosives. It's like, no, it's like it's a genetic thing. I will never dunk a basketball.
Hey, Dave Robinson did. He was like 5'9".
It's like some people can and some people can't.
Yeah.
I think that's exactly what it is.
I think that's a good thing, because if you look at every time someone brings up genetics and how genetics does or doesn't play a role inside of our lives, I always think of Ronnie Coleman.
Yeah.
Because in every interview he's done, they say, what was your competing body fat percentage? He said 0.33 was his body fat percentage, less than 0.5%.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, like regular people struggle to stay under 15. Normal bodybuilders struggle to stay under like 5. You know what I mean?
Sure.
So and he even said it. He said, if you were to take my training, my diet, my discipline, my steroid intake, every single thing that I do and apply it to someone else, he said it just wouldn't work the same.
You wouldn't look like him.
And then someone asked him, they said, what was your off-season body weight percentage? He said 3. 3%.
Yeah.
3% body fat. And that was while he was eating whatever he wanted, eating all of this food, to gain mass. And he probably still could have went and won Mr. Olympia and the strongman competitions at the same time. Like,
It's absolutely a genetic thing. I can work.
Some people say it's not, though.
It's absolute bullshit. That's absolute horseshit. Because I can't win Mr. Olympia, no matter how much I train, it's large, especially if you're talking about something like bodybuilding. The amount of precedence that's set on genetics, how your muscles are laying on your body, how tall you are that allow you to have more muscle in your body, how your body reacts to certain training, how you it's like how you look at period. It's like
how your body is affected by your diet.
Exactly. How symmetrical you are is largely 100%. You don't shape that yourself. That is 100% shaped by your genetics. And to say that I could win Mr. Olympia because I want to, it's not a thing. I could have all, and that is one of the sore topics about it. It's like some people are largely determined by the fact that they could get anywhere they want in the world based off of their own determination. And as unfortunate as it sounds, that's not the case, especially in a sense like this. I think that people are capable of extremely amazing things. Like, look at all the things that we've accomplished in the last 100 years. Like, ridiculous. But I don't think on an individual level anyone can accomplish anything, even though humanity as a race is achieving all these crazy new things. Like someone's gonna break under 2 hours for the first marathon soon.
Someone already did.
There it did. Like, like right there. Exactly my point. Like someone did that. I can't do that. And I don't think that it's like if I work hard I'll get there. If I work hard I'll get better.
Right.
I won't be able to.
You can run a fast marathon.
Exactly. I will get better at doing a marathon, and I can get bigger and stronger and look better and more leaner, but it's just like it's a genetic thing, and you can't fight your genetics.
Yeah, it's pretty impressive. You should have seen it. I figured you would have seen it. It's guy named Kipchoge. He was, I can't remember where he's from, and I don't want to guess. Keep. But usually it's the Kenyans. The Kenyans are at the high altitude. They perform much better whenever they perform on flat land and somewhere like France Olympics or something like that, or the Paris Olympics, wherever it was. But so he ran and set the world record at I believe was an hour and 59 minutes and some change. But what actually sucks is that I don't believe that they were allowed to count that as an official world record because he had pacers who were pacing him. He didn't do it on his own. He did it on his own.
I would count that.
Yeah, I would too. I agree. But I guess to the committee or to the grading facility or the organization that runs the event, that it's quote cheating if you had a freaking side-by-side running this 4-minute mile pace for 26 miles, they consider that cheating because you officially have this advantage that you're not having to keep your own pace.
He is keeping his own pace, though.
He is keeping his own pace,
but
I
totally get it.
He's not thinking about it.
I totally get what you're saying.
Yeah.
Personally,
that's not fair.
Personally, you ran a sub 2 hour marathon. It doesn't matter if you had a fucking pacer or not. No one else has the ability to do it, and you did it. So bullshit.
No, I agree. Like you can't take that away from someone, man. He did it. Like
you know, it's like saying, I bench 300 pounds in the gym, and people saw it, right? People saw it, and I even recorded it. But because someone didn't weigh my bar with all the weight on there, you can't confirm that it was exactly 300 pounds.
Yeah.
It's like, you know it happened, but you need the extra security. That I totally get it. Me personally, though, at an internal thing, I accept that as a sub 2 hour marathon.
Yeah, it's like the argument with Eddie Hall and Thor. Thor Bjornsson. He's like, who had the place?
Your dad had the place.
Yeah, he's like, you got this. He's like, just because you say Google says that doesn't make it a world record. Like, well, actually, he probably did it. Like, I think Eddie Hall was get a little heated. I guess it's not official though. He did it. He's got in his backyard, you know. But
I mean, if you're gonna do it, if you're gonna do it for an actual record, just have someone
call Guinness out there. They'll weigh it.
They'll get it.
Yeah, I love looking at people like that because it's insane to see what some people can accomplish. Like Eddie Hall wasn't even capable of lifting his 1,000-pound deadlift until he. I think you saw he went to that hypnotherapy. That someone had convinced him to go into this belief that every time he goes up to the bar, every time he gets under a rack, he's essentially lifting a car off of his kids.
Yeah.
And that's a pretty incredible feat to have, like, almost trick your mind into doing.
Well, like, you could look at that. Is that an advantage because no one else thought of it?
That's an idea.
I mean, that's certainly an advantage if it worked. I mean, they don't have enough studies to prove that hypnosis is actually effective.
Right.
And it's like that large amount of the study to say that it's not. So, but if it worked for him,
like it worked for him.
Can you not say that that's an advantage? Yeah. Can you count that? I mean, I choose to believe that it absolutely counts.
Yeah,
he lifted the fucking weight.
Yeah, he did lift the weight.
Doesn't matter.
Video proof, but it's just like I also think that it's a huge disadvantage to the fighters in the UFC. UFC fighters aren't allowed to use peptides, like certain recovery they're not allowed to use. To help them recover faster from fights and from training.
Wow.
They're not allowed to use it because it's perceived by the UFC as a performance-enhancing drug.
A peptide?
Yeah.
But, that's strange.
Yeah, so like peptides, and there were some other things. I can't exactly remember what they were, but if they test for that, like if they did a random test at like the fight camp or whatever, and they found that you were using like BCP 157 to enhance your recovery, to recover from an injury faster, or even from getting your shit pushed in a fight, they would kick you out because the UFC is like a zero tolerance for.
I guess it would depend on the effect that the peptides are having. If they're just like when you say recovery, that can mean a lot of things.
Right. Well, some of them is like simply to help you recover your muscles faster, while some peptides like increase your testosterone, and I would consider that a PED.
Yeah, that's like an antibiotic. It sounds like an anabolic effect because anabolics will increase testosterone, has insane rates of recovery because of this like fast acting effect that it's having on you. So I mean, like you could totally consider that in the same ballpark, but I mean, yeah. So I guess that makes sense. So if they're to that effect, then yeah, that would make sense.
Yeah, it's always pretty cool though. But anyway, we were straying a little bit from the CST topic. I know we talk. Me and you personally talk a lot about being the best, being or at least one of the best. Top performers. We don't like. I don't want to be average kind of dudes. Do you see yourself in your current CST rotation obtaining Recondo? Because right now I guess it's not a huge deal, but there's a lot of events out there, and to perform proficiently in every single one of them is pretty impressive, especially whenever you're achieving a max score to achieve something like Recondo, where it's pretty much the mastery of all of your skills throughout this culminating event, which is CST. Do you think in any capacity that you feel confident gaining that? Or I know Cross says that he predicts Captain Cross
the highest amount of Recondos that he's seen in a class. I'm totally not oblivious to the fact or to the challenges that it would come with obtaining that. I think it will be difficult. I think there are certainly factors that would get me just like anyone else. I think marksmanship, number one, probably.
That's tough.
After shooting the other day, it didn't go like I thought.
Dude, that was stupid. I hate iron sights qual.
Yeah, and that's exactly what we're going to be shooting at CST. We're not going to have CCOs. So.
And we'll also have we won't have a self-correcting course for NF.
Yeah. So marksmanship and land nav are really the only two things that I'm concerned about. Like, you're talking grenade assault course, I'm not worried about it. You're talking about, like, the 6-mile ruck, I'm not worried about it. You're talking about ACFT, I'm not worried about it. The written exam, not worried about it. It is solely marksmanship and land navigation that I'm worried about, because I'm not shooting nearly as much as I was back in basic training, and I'm not.
I think you only get one try as well.
Yeah, exactly. Like, if you fail, you can fail and they give you another try, but
That one shot, the first attempt counts for Recondo, I believe.
yeah, absolutely. So, but you know, if there's like a full week dedicated to shooting where I can like kind of like get my grip on shooting again, yeah, I don't think shooting would be an issue. But going out there one day and shooting one time, I think that's going to be like the biggest hurdle.
Yeah, that's pretty unfair as well. Like I don't. I mean, you think like basic training, you're allowed hours.
Several times.
Maybe 10 hours a day for 2 weeks.
Yeah.
To qualify. Obviously, you can't get that at CSC where you have limited time and resources, but like, maybe a warm up round. Maybe a little something. Like, just make it fair.
Like, it's not nearly as conducive. Like, whenever I shot in basic training, I shot expert every single time. Every single time. I shot 36 first time CCO, and then I shot 37 CCO, and then I shot 37 iron sight. Like, and it was just easy. It's like I pointed in the direction and it went down. It's like I didn't try.
Yeah.
It's because I did it every fucking day, and like I practiced so fucking much. And after a while, you start getting good at it.
Yeah.
And I enjoy shooting, and I think ranges have a lot to do with it. Ranges certainly have a lot to do with it.
I don't think those are ones worth bragging about.
Yeah, probably not. As much as they're used, but also doing iron sights kind of works against you. Like, using CCOs is definitely a lot better. I prefer. Yeah, I mean,
those are nice.
I personally love using the CCOs. They're very nice. So having just iron sights would definitely be a huge hurdle.
Dude, it won't even matter much long anymore. We got these new SIGs coming.
Yeah.
So, I mean, everybody's going to get trained on those. These new quals, I mean, it's not even going to matter what our M4 qual is.
Yeah, it's going to be the new basic rifle.
They're pretty dope, though. They're pretty cool.
They're heavy.
They are really heavy.
Don't they jam like super easy too?
So I cannot confirm. I've never shot one, but I know a lot of people who've shot one. I know people who were qualified on the weapon system. Luke Osborg, Randall Crawford, you know.
You should get Luke on here.
Yeah, I know. I'm gonna get Luke here one day for sure. Anyway, they were just two people. There's a lot more, but these people were qualified on the new SIG system. I forget what it's called, XM something. It's a weird name, but the I think it's around. I think it's more than 10 pounds. It's a heavy weapon system. It's I think it's about as heavy as the saw. I think the saw is about 14 pounds.
Dang.
But or maybe a little bit less. But they said that Luke in particular said that it would jam up if it wasn't soaked with oil, like with shooting oil. So they said if it wasn't lubricated, they said it'd jam up. So that's a super unfortunate.
I mean, to be fair, like the shitty M4s that you'll get at a regular unit, like those will jam up pretty fucking easy too.
Yeah, and that's true. But you usually don't need them sopping wet.
Sucking, yeah.
Like they said that you'd have to constantly reapply the CLP and everything like that to get your weapon system to run.
Yeah, that kind of sucks.
Especially that would suck even a lot more if you do that with the new saw. I mean, you bang 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 chink, bang 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 chink. Like, I mean, that's not helping anyone in a firefight. You know what I mean? So
and it goes beyond like training purposes. If you think like firefight and what you're actually going to be doing, like what are these weapons for? To fucking kill people. Yeah. And you're in a situation where like your gun's not soaking wet in CLP, and you're like, well, no, hold on, a minute. Like, raise the white fucking flag, dude. You're dead.
Yeah, dude. And I'm like, there's got to be a way, because that's a big hurdle, especially if you were in a firefight. You don't. I mean, don't like just carry CLP in your pocket. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
There's got to be a way that they're gonna make that more accessible, or change something with the weapon system, or something with our supply, maybe where.
It'd be nice if they had they have self-lubricating bulk carrier groups.
Yeah.
Those would be cool.
Yeah,
Like if
maybe
they could
they'll
lubricate itself.
Maybe they'll implement something like that, something to make our lives a little bit easier, because
But like
that's not cool.
Army's like very pro simplicity.
Yeah.
So I don't think they will.
Dude, you got to see the scopes on those, though.
Really?
The scopes are insane. I could be BSing you right now, but they have a lot of crazy specs on it. So I know for a fact that wherever you point, it automatically finds the range for you. You don't have to guess 300-meter target, 250.
That's cool.
Ain't like it doesn't do any of that. I think that it may assist you in knowing where to aim as far as distances. I could be wrong. I don't know. I know it tells you the distance though. They're pretty sick. The scopes are incredibly expensive. I wish I knew how much they were. I'll try and pull it up here in a little bit. But they are really cool. I'm excited to see them actually implemented and get dished out to units, because right now, I mean, I don't think it's obviously like your unit doesn't have them, or I know mine does, but I think we were like kind of one of the first waves, at least in the Guard. I don't know anything about active duty units and their armors, but
I wonder like if they're gonna change the qual now, because I mean
it has to,
it's
right?
a different weapon system, different capabilities, and different. I mean, it's definitely different weight.
Yeah,
So I wonder if they will.
There's no way they have to. There's no way. Because I don't think that. Actually, I think. I don't know. I don't want to give any false information, but I would recommend doing a new qual just because it's a new weapon system and all that. I would definitely say it would be conducive to the training of all of the people to get something new, get something updated and more applicable to the actual weapon system. But anyway, it was whatever. The new saw is pretty cool. I like that. It's pretty nice and hefty. I think it's supposed to be like the equivalency of a 240.
Really?
I think the new saw is. I don't think there's a 240 variant. I think it's the M4 that also goes full auto, and then there's the saw that looks like a saw that's like the new 240.
Is it the new saw or is it the new 240?
I think it looks like a saw, but
What does it shoot?
I don't know.
Oh.
I think it shoots 7.62.
Okay,
So it's the new 240,
yeah.
but it looks like a saw. It's just like kind of small and compact.
If it could shoot like a 240 but be the size of a saw, that'd be pretty sweet.
Well, dude, so whenever I was in Africa, that was exactly what the Botswanans had as their one of their main machine guns. So we
shameless plug, trip to Botswana.
Shout out Lieutenant Chaja. So they had several automatic weapon systems out there. They usually like Uzis and stuff like that, but one of them was the Mark 42, and the Prince was the only one that they let shoot it, and he like straight hip fired it, but it was really cool though, because it was the size of a saw, but that shot like 7.62 rounds. It was an insane weapon system.
That was pretty cool.
Yeah, I liked it a lot, but I didn't get to shoot any of the cool stuff. I got to shoot the Scar. That was it though.
Yeah, that is cool. I've always wanted to shoot one of those. One of the coolest things I did was I shot a tank. The coolest thing I shot was I think I would prefer shooting I shot the Barrett 50 cal sniper, which was super sick.
Yeah.
And then I'd probably go tank. But I shot a Star Cluster. That was pretty sick.
Those are a little cool.
I shot at like palm of my hand.
Yeah. Make you feel pretty commando.
Yeah. My fucking hand was killing me for like a week. I thought I broke it or something. Shit fucking hurt because you're supposed to hit into the ground.
Yeah.
In the pro.
Yeah, or like your knee or something.
Yeah, not your fucking palm. Because this Sart Piacuda, he was like, "You're a fucking pussy if you don't hit it with your hand. You just pop it.
That's hilarious. That's
Yeah,
hilarious.
me and Gina, we did it at the same time whenever she was max up.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Y'all just like did it for funsies, or were y'all doing a training exercise?
Well, we were in the our AT cycle, but
Yeah.
I deal with ammo, so
Yeah.
all the ammo that people don't want to shoot, like they let us shoot.
Okay.
Because if you get in cool with the right guys, like they'll take care of you.
Yeah.
Let you shoot all the weapon systems and everything. We had a shit ton of star clusters that they just didn't shoot. I ended up lighting the woods on fire.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, set the brush on fire.
Yeah,
that's pretty cool.
that's pretty common with those tracers, man. They ricochet off, and then they'll hit some spare pine straw or something. But
Dude, I shot we were watching the tank night shooting, and that was super cool, dude. It looks like a fucking fireball.
Yeah.
Just hurtling. And
now imagine being inside the tank. That's cool.
like I watched one when we were at the ASP. Watched a shot hit a tree and ricochet like straight in the fucking air.
Yeah.
That shit was so cool.
Yeah, and so whenever I was a driver for the Bradleys, it was pretty sick because the whole thing just rattles like nothing else, and then there's all the carbon hits you in the face, and then you get to see through your little periscope. Mine was shattered, of course, but I was looking at it and watching it fly over because whenever you do gunnery for the Bradleys, you've got to do 1 day shoot, 1 night shoot. We had just did our day shoot. We front loaded and went straight to the night shoot. I think we were shooting for like 24 hours straight. We didn't go to sleep.
Yep.
But here it is. I just pulled it up. So this is the new weapon system right here.
This
Yeah.
No way.
Yeah. That's
fucking
that's
way.
it. That's what it comes with.
That's crazy. It comes with a bipod.
This is the sight. You see, I think that's the rangefinder right there. The
That's
top
fucking
periscope.
sick, dude.
And then if you look right here, 2.7 billion is $10,800 per unit.
Damn.
Per optic. Well, doesn't just include the optic, but likely a support, repair, maintenance, support structure. So that's the optic plus the plus the repairs on it.
That's wild.
And look at this. So the military is planning to replace the M4, M16, and the M249 with a brand new rifle chambered in 6.8 Creedmoor or 6.8 millimeter cartridge. The next generation squad weapon. So this is replacing
replacing the
both.
249.
It's replacing both of them.
Wow, dude.
The M4 and the 249. So I believe if it's anything like the M4 it has a selector switch that goes to full auto.
You're gonna have to restructure like platoon squads, like platoon fire teams, because
you don't need the big guy on the gun anymore.
yeah,
But that's pretty awesome though, dude. I mean that's just one weapon or two weapons in one. Like, that's
that is
awesome.
pretty sick. I want to shoot one now.
Yeah, I'm pretty excited. I unfortunately wasn't selected to go to that training, but Luke said it was a lot of fun, and so did Crawford. They said it was a good time.
Very cool.
So I'm sure in the near future we'll get plenty of training on it.
Yeah, probably.
What I really wanted to do was Crawford, Prince, and Sergeant Campbell. He's a recruiter now, but they all went and shot the new long rifle.
Oh, we got a new long rifle.
Yeah,
That's cool.
I can't remember what it's called.
You know what it shoots?
I don't know. I don't know anything. I wasn't at the class. I've never touched it. I've never done anything with it. They're the only ones who were qualified with it and went to the class, and Sergeant Turner. But so they're the ones who know about it. But that was really cool as well. It looks cool at least. Yeah. But Army's changing, man. It's going somewhere. I hope it's going in a good direction. You know, with all this new stuff, all the money they're putting into our training and stuff like that. Hopefully, we'll get some use out of what they're trying to do for us.
Yeah. All the money they're saving on dropping the Bradleys.
Oh, dude, I think that the guard is, because if you think about it, our entire budget for the North Carolina National Guard goes straight towards the Bradleys.
Yeah, fuck yeah. And not only that, but all track.
Yeah.
It takes $1 million to ship one fucking tank. So we end up spending like $15-20 million just transporting those fucking things.
And then you got, you look at a unit like mine, we got like 5 of them,
yeah,
like
and
10 of them. You
yeah,
know?
so just think, we dropped those light infantry, no armor, Because we don't have a fucking range at Bragg right where we're at
Mhm.
and in the state that we're in.
Mhm.
So we have to go to different states and outsource all of our
Georgia.
ranges. So, I mean, we're spending so much money that when we can't get any regular training but once a year, it's stupid. It doesn't make any sense.
Yeah.
So it's been a waste of money for the past
and
several years.
The biggest reason why it's a waste of time and money is because whenever you deploy in the North Carolina National Guard, at least the last time that we deployed, this time I believe that we're deploying, everyone's told me that they deployed as light infantry.
That's fucking stupid.
And they didn't do any dismounts.
No point in that.
I could be wrong. I don't want to lie to anyone listening. That's what I was told, is that we deploy as light infantry.
So our BC came to our unit this past drill and said he was like making rounds at all the armories, telling them everything, and he said that we're dropping all track and y'all get mainly infantry is getting like this fucking dune buggy type thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what he was saying.
I think I know exactly what you're talking about, because on the plane to Africa, we were with the freaking SF guard guys, and they
19th group.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think that's who it is. But 19th or 20th group, one of them. But they were with us on the plane, and then with them in their training in Africa, they had the little doom buggy. I think it's called the Razor or something like that.
Mhm.
It's pretty cool. I really wanted to drive one, but
Yeah.
we didn't get to use it.
Get certified on that. I love driving. I love my job. I enjoy just driving those trucks.
Yeah.
I just don't enjoy like not doing my job. That's the only thing. It's like
You never get to drive.
I don't get to drive very often, and that's the only thing about my job that I enjoy. I love the driving part, which is what I thought I would be doing as a driver.
What an idiot.
It's so fucking stupid thing. I mean, driving as a driver.
What a retard, dude.
Yeah.
I can't believe you thought that.
Yeah, who knew? I'd just be fucking like sitting around, not doing shit.
No, no.
Yeah,
Jerking the chain.
fucking doing jack shit.
Good news for you though. You'll be breaking away from a lot of this real soon, especially since you commission next fall. Especially since you'll be leaving here in less than a month to go do your training, you'll be getting away from all of the sitting around doing lame guard stuff. Are you excited? Because right after CST, you go to your CTLT. Tell me a little bit about your CTLT. I know you're pumped to go to Hawaii.
Yes. I've shameless plug going to Hawaii. So yeah, I'm going to Hawaii for my CTLT. I'll be there for a month. Trying to get my girlfriend Gina up there to come and hang out with me, spend some time. I don't know if we'll be able to, honestly. Just logistically and financially, it might not be like the smartest move.
Yeah.
But I'll be shadowing infantry PL.
Do you know his name yet, or?
So I know my sponsor. I don't know. I don't know if that's the individual that I'll be shadowing. So my sponsor, Lieutenant Brown. I don't know what she is. It's a woman. So women are. I mean, you're not typically in the infantry if you're a woman. So like, it's a reasonable suspicion, not suspicion, but estimate that she wouldn't be infantry, but that she would be.
She's kind of like your liaison.
Maybe, yeah. I honestly don't know. She totally could be. But she's I said that. She's a yeah. But yeah, I mean,
I know a female who just graduated. She's an infantry officer.
yeah, the chick from Chapel Hill.
Yeah.
Yep.
I shout out Matola.
Shameless plug. But yeah,
Do you have any idea what you're going to be doing down there? Any type of training they're going to be doing?
no fucking clue. I have no
So
idea.
you just know you're going at this date and you're coming back at this date.
Yep, that's literally all I know. I have no clue. I know I'm staying in a barracks, so
Okay.
Yeah,
That'd
so-
be cool.
man. Wish I was staying in like a hotel, but
I heard there's not many I heard there's not any hotels.
not many. No,
in Hawaii.
Cox told me of like one or two, but that was about it. He was like, surely they'll put you in there. That's what makes sense. I was like, okay, cool.
Yeah.
Not happening.
Speaking of our friend Cadet Caution Ruther, he was probably your biggest inspiration for, tracking down some information about Jungle School, which is held at Hawaii. I always forget the name of the base. What's it called?
Schofield Barracks.
Schofield Barracks. So he was obviously one of your big plugs to look into that, and especially since he's gone and completed the course, got his tab. He's all hooed out, doing his cool guy stuff. But he was able to give you a lot of insight on that, and hopefully you'll be walking on to Jungle School, right?
That is the plan. Yeah. Well, no, Koch was super helpful for me. Just giving me a lot of insight, a lot of help, just telling me what the course was like and what to expect, and so overall it's been super helpful. And he's a great mentor, so like being able to look up to a guy like that and get some help as much as possible, especially when I'm doing hoping to do something that he already did. Want to do well, so it's not disappointing. So
shout out Cotton Ruther.
Shameless plug.
So yeah, he definitely told you a little bit about it. What was I know you got some stuff. He had some stories for sure. What are some of the things, some of the tougher stuff, maybe some of the things you're worried about?
Jungle School.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Falling into a gulch during land nap, fucking dying.
How big are those?
Well, he said the gulch is just a made up word. It's not even a real thing. But he said that's how you know it's bad. I don't even know what he's talking about. But I remember he said land nap's got to be the hardest thing. Like, you got your knot tying and your rope systems, and like a 3-mile run, your CWST and all that jazz. But
is there anything different about the CWST than you would see?
You gotta
like a
jump
normal
off the
installation?
high dive and like swim to a certain point.
The dawn and ditch, kind of.
I can't. Yeah, you got to do your dawn and ditch. I can't necessarily remember all the aspects of the water portion. I know that there's like you got to swim. It's either 25 or 50 meters. I would imagine it would just be 25 meters.
Maybe 25 down, 25 back.
Hopefully not. I'm not like a super endurance swimmer at all.
All out, all or nothing.
All I got for about 2 minutes, and then I'm not done. I won't get very far either. But yeah, no. That you got your Jungle 5K. So.
Oh yeah, well, I forgot about that.
Yeah, so your Jungle 5K, Koch told me you start out with 2 full canteens. He said by the end of it, make sure that you pour them all out. So you start, you have your flick and your weapon, and you're running like 3.1 miles through the jungle. So it's like hilly terrain, stuff like that. It's definitely not one of the more failed events. Most people will definitely pass that.
What is the most failed event, you think?
Land nav.
Land nav, yeah, that makes sense.
Land nav is definitely the most failed event.
Do you know what the posts look like?
No. I watched a video about it. I think it might just be like regular white and orange posts. Yeah.
I wouldn't have thought that for Jungle
Yeah.
School. I thought it'd be like camo or something.
Fuck no. Dude, you got to find 2 points within 4 hours.
You gotta find a monkey on the loose or something.
You got to find 2 points. That's all I got to find. Dude, I'm finding 2 points, man. That's all I'm finding. Some people risk it. Go like, because they give you 4, I think. Like 4 points.
It's not even like a minor loss.
No, it's a fucking, it's like if you fail, you're out. Like you get out of jungle, and like I'm not finding all my fucking points. It's like if you don't find all 4, it's like a minor.
Yeah, minor loss.
Which is nothing.
Yeah.
It's a minor minus.
Yeah.
It's like literally nothing.
Can you get like 2 of those?
Yeah, like I'm not worried about that shit at all. Like getting a minor.
Yeah.
I'm worried about land up. Luckily, you get to do it in battle buddy pairs.
That's cool.
Yeah, which is very nice. Hopefully, I get stuff like some SF dude. He's
Just decided to go jungle.
Carry me away.
Yeah, he was hiding his rucksack.
Yeah, dude. Just let me like follow you. If I get stuck with like some fucking low speed switched off cadet,
dude, if it's up to you, man, you're gonna be with some West Point cadet.
No, fuck no. I don't
They
mind.
got 12 guys going.
Yeah, they do. I don't mind going and getting with someone. I would prefer not to be like the guy that's relied on for it. I mean, I'll totally help and do everything that I possibly can. I think obviously there's like a sense of security in having someone that's like really good at it. Like if Koch was there, like, I wouldn't worry about it.
Right.
We'd be fine. But also, Koch is like the best land nav individual I've ever met, and a person at land nav I've ever met. And when I was asking him, I was like, "What's land nav like?" He was like, "Well, you can't get on the roads at all, and they have these giant gulches right off the roads that if you fall down, it's like people will get stuck in." He was like, "Don't go into the middle of the map because that's like the most like." You basically don't get out if you go down there. They say the jungle has you. It's like you're stuck in the J forever. He was like, but he stressed the point. He's like, you can't go on the roads. If you go on the roads and you saw twice, considered roadkill, and you're out. It's like you failed land nav. So I was like, all right, what did you do? He was like, I went on the roads. I was like, fuck. The guy I know is like best at land nav ever.
That was the one thing I asked. I was like, you're this high speed dude. I mean, you do this. You're really good at land nav. You're Cav Scout for so long, like 11 years or something like that, like a long time. So how did you navigate this terrain? He's like, well, if you just go on the roads and no one's looking, like you can usually like find your way.
Yeah.
Like in his like super nonchalant, like just do it.
just do it. Yeah. That's really the main thing. I can learn the knots. I can learn the rope systems. I can learn. I can do the 5K no problem, and I know land nav. I know how to do land nav. It's the intensity of like all this pressure on you all of a sudden to perform it in like this super difficult, like the hardest land nav ever, and and the pressure of like this is my first Army school where it's like
it's your first chance to be a cool guy somewhere.
It was like
get tabbed up
and you get a fucking tab that no one has. Like I want that. Like I want to come back and no one else but me and Koch have a fucking jungle tab. That's what I want. But like cool. It'll be stressful. But hopefully stuck with some high speed dude.
Save me.
There's I watched a video. There was like 80-something people, and like I think 13 failed land nav. So it's like a vast majority still passed.
Yeah. Well, I guess it's 13 out of who made it to land nav.
So it was like 80-something total. One person failed the knots. Like one or two failed the run.
Oh, so it was majority.
Like
the majority was still there.
Yeah. They still had like at least high 70s, mid high 70s people.
And it's 2 weeks.
And like 10 or 13 people failed the. I think it's 11 days. So I go in the 4th. I graduate the 15th
of August.
Yep.
Yeah, that makes sense. Because I was gonna say you get out, you get back after our birthday, but my brain was shut off for a second.
Yeah, no, I'll be in jungle school for the birthday.
Jungle will have you on our birthday.
The J.
The J. And then,
dude, but honestly, I don't even know if I'll fucking go. Like, that's a fear, too.
I think it's highly likely there.
Well, I asked my sponsor. I was like, hey, I called him. I was like, hey, this is, like, passion of mine. This is, like, something that I really want to do. Like, this is what I want to do. And, like, any way that you're able to help, like, please let me know. And then she texted me back, and she's like, yeah, cadets can't go to jungle school.
That's not true.
And
That's so bullshit.
Yeah, and then I was like, that I don't know if that's right. She was like, you'll have to. She was like, we're not giving you a registered slot because it would take away from 25 ID.
Yeah. You don't want to register.
Yeah, I was like, but I don't want to be registered. I'm going to be a walk-on, which was like, high likeliness there's going to be a walk-on slot. And
someone won't show up or have their backing list or something.
Yeah, and she was like, yeah, okay. She was like, but the brigade won't pay for you to go. I'm like, they're not paying me anyway.
Yeah.
I was like,
Yeah.
she was like, so your unit's gonna have to pay. I was like, pay what? I was like, what do they pay?
Why do I need to get paid?
Yeah, and then I sent all of her messages to Major Cross, and he called me. The first thing he said was like, "Yeah," he's like, "Lieutenants don't really know anything." I was like, "Okay, this is what I need to hear."
Yeah.
Give me some reassurance. Like, fuck.
Yeah, dude, if I had to guess, I would say there's a high likelihood that you'll be able to go.
It'd be super cool. Even if I can't, that sucks. But I mean, like, at least I'm good at aerosol.
Yeah, that would be cool. If nothing else, I mean, you're in Hawaii.
Yeah, that's like worst case scenario.
Yeah.
I'm in Hawaii for a month.
Yeah, I mean, our dad went there. I mean, he had a ton of
loved it.
yeah. He had the flight, but I mean, everyone has the flight. So you got to climb a lot of mountains. You get to talk to the people there.
Yeah.
Apparently, they're not real fond of visitors.
Well, like, I have a bunch of friends from basic training that are from there.
Yeah, that's true.
So I have like Koyaso was one of them. Deal, Doctor, Aquino, Ramirez.
Okay.
Like, all those guys are from Hawaii. Super chill dudes too.
Nice.
One dude's literally name was Doctor.
Like his last name?
Yeah, his name was Doctor. It's hilarious. Yeah, no, I'm excited for it. I would love to get the chance to go to Elisa's school while I'm down there, get as much training value as I can and as experiences. But if I don't, maybe it wasn't meant to be.
Yeah.
But I'll get my chance some other time.
Yeah, I agree. It's worth a shot, and then if it doesn't pay off, I mean, there's always next time.
Exactly.
If not, you'll still be in Hawaii, and it's a destination location, so I mean, you'll have some fun.
Yeah, for sure.
But it's right after. Let's talk about right after. As soon as you get back, you jump straight into the fall semester. Both of us do.
Yeah.
So I mean, I think we have 8 days. I think you have 8 days.
I have 2 days.
What?
When does this fall semester start?
The 23rd.
Yeah. So I'll have 2 days.
You say you get back on the 15th.
No, that's in jungle school graduates.
Oh.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, I
yeah,
don't-
you're still in Hawaii.
Yeah, me and Bob will get back on the same day.
Yeah, the
We'll-
23rd,
We'll probably
yeah.
have like same flight back.
Or the
We'll have-
21st.
We'll have 2 days before school starts.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Might as well have gone 10th range.
Yeah, that's that kind of sucks.
Yeah.
2 days to get everything ready. What is this? It's gonna be a heavy course load for you. You're gonna have a tough time with the fall. Or?
Gonna have 18 credits.
Whoa,
So
it's a lot.
I'm gonna have
It's full time, like as much as you can pack.
Yep.
Without a sign off from your advisor.
Yep. Yep. I've got a research course, like a research study course.
Is that the one with Lamb?
No.
Oh, that's the class.
Yeah, this is the class that I'll be taking.
Okay. I think with Lamb's
I
though.
shit with Lamb.
Shout out Lamb, man. If you're out there,
We
he's
love
not
you.
doing
We love
anything
you,
with
Lamb.
us. And you
But
can,
she still covers for me. tells us that I am.
Dr. Meriden.
I got paid like $600 to do jack shit.
Well, you're probably supposed to do stuff.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I totally should.
I'm gonna get Lamb on here one day for sure.
Yeah, I never talked about selection.
This is actually May 21st, Lamb. Hopefully you're you're in there, you're killing it. Anyways.
If you're back home, don't feel bad already.
So it'll be a tough time, especially with work. You got your 2 jobs still.
Oh yeah. Yeah. I don't think it'll be crazy. ROTC is a fucking nothing. And we're gonna be MS4s. And I'm
Yeah.
literally not gonna be able to go to lab. I'm not gonna be able to go to class either. So I'm not gonna be able to do anything.
Oh no.
Yeah, no, I'm really upset. But I mean, I've got the research class, I've got RTC lab, I've got physics, the physics lab. No fucking chemistry though. Let's go.
Would you rather take physics over chemistry?
Fuck yes, dude. I fucking hate chemistry. God, I hate
love
it.
chemistry.
I hate it, dude.
It was so easy.
It wasn't hard, but like it's just some material. I feel like from everything that I was learning, everything felt like a giant contradiction.
Yeah, there's always rules.
Yeah,
exceptions.
Yes.
You know, like you can do this 83 times,
but you
but
can't.
this time you can't do this.
Yeah.
Like
It's
all
like-
these elements, this applies except for this element.
Yeah, no, it's just
Where you got 18 rules. Like,
yeah, it really fucking like threw me off. And I'm just glad to be done with chemistry 1, chemistry 2 with fucking A's. I'm done. Dude, this is a 40 question exam. I guess on the last 15 questions to know it was half of the questions. I needed like a 69 to keep an A in the class. I got like a 77. He must have curved the shit out of that thing, man.
That's funny.
Yeah, but he was whenever I got there, I had like a 98 in the class. Whenever I went to go take the exam, he was like, "Yeah, I didn't know whether I'd have you come in and just give you the A." I was like, "You probably made the right choice making me come in, because I probably got a B now." But the rest of the classes I'm actually kind of excited for. They're like exercise interpretation and prescription.
Whoa, that's pretty cool.
Yeah, which is like stuff that I enjoy and the stuff that I'm.
Interpretation was that?
I actually don't really know the guidelines. I mean, you know, classes can like say one thing but can feel completely different.
Yeah.
But I mean, I generally enjoy exercise classes in general. I mean, that's what my whole major is. So I enjoy it. I think I'll enjoy those classes a lot better. And the fact that I won't really be with ROTC at all, not that bad either.
Yeah, no, I agree. It's definitely nice, especially since you'll just be getting back from CST, not to like be forced to go back to lab every day.
Yeah.
Go to class every day. And
Plus, there's really nothing I can do about it. Like the class I have to take is required from 3 to 6, so like it's literally in the time window. I can't change it. And I thought that our time slot for ROTC was going to be the same time slot that we had this
it's
year.
like 12 to 1:30.
Yeah, so I
1:45.
scheduled all my classes around thinking that it would be that time because I was never told what time it was going to be, so I just assumed it would be the same. Not the same. So I scheduled like my class dead center of when ROTC is, so I won't be able to go.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, thankfully, dude, I don't have to worry about scheduling classes forever until I graduate. So the nursing program automatically assigns me all of my classes, and then I don't even have to look at my stuff.
Yeah, you don't have to schedule ROTC.
Yeah,
either.
ROTC automatically schedules itself, which I don't know if you saw the new email. They're making the nursing major stay with the 4s, so I'll still be with you guys.
Yeah. I mean, I think we were gonna do that anyway.
Well, no, they usually go 1, 3, 2, 4.
Well, yeah, but I figured that you would still be in the class with us.
No, I was supposed to be in the 2 class.
That's dumb. Like, why are they gonna make you go back to the 2 class? There's nothing that they can give you there.
I mean, I wouldn't go.
Yeah, but like, still, like, have them with the 4 class. Like, just have them sit with you guys at least, or with us at least. I mean,
Yeah, I don't know, but either way, he's got me back in there now, so
yeah.
I won't really be showing up to class anyway. It doesn't seem like you will either, so
Yeah.
it's not really a huge loss.
No.
Ethan will be in there by himself,
Yeah.
listening to Robbins.
Oh my gosh, dude.
Shout out Robbins and your
Shameless plug.
big mouth.
But yeah, no, I don't think it'll be too bad. Semester's just kind of like whatever.
You feel like it'll be worse than last semester? Probably not with chemistry. I don't know if you got physics this time with 18 credits.
Yeah, I don't think that'll be an issue. 4 of those credits come from ROTC, so really it's like 14 credits.
Okay.
So that's how I think of it at least, because ROTC is like it's gonna be such a minimal obligation.
Yeah.
Besides Ranger Challenge, which that's early in the morning, so it really didn't hold me to anything.
Got Dev Group captain over here.
Dev Group captain. Hell yeah. Yeah. So we'll see.
Fake position.
Yeah, dude. He just fucking threw me in this shit. Like, I don't mind doing it, but it's like, you just made this up. It's not like you had some epiphany. You're like, oh, this would be such a great idea. It's like, no, you just like, you didn't know where to put me.
Yeah, you just felt you wanted inclusion.
Dude, I was not gonna do Ranger Challenge if I wasn't on this team.
Yeah, dude, I'm glad I'm not, because I didn't see myself getting captain anyway. I was like, that's the only way. I was like,
Yeah.
And that was how Bodwin felt. He's like, the only way you keep me is if you make me captain.
Yeah.
Which I'm pretty curious to see how Lamb and Ranson are going to be, because neither one of them are very, aggressive hitters whenever it comes to training. They're both pretty laid back.
Yeah.
Lamb's very passive sometimes.
Yeah. They have great intentions. And
Yeah,
and they
absolutely.
have really good ideas. I think that whenever it comes to execution, sometimes it can be like a little not conducive to like the style of individuals that you're looking to mold here.
Yeah, I agree.
You're looking for like fucking warriors.
Uh-huh.
Like you're looking for people that can do anything that you ask them to.
Mm-hmm.
Like that, like, or crazy physical shape. They're mentally tough. They can work through fucking anything, and people are molded by that whenever they're in like a tough environment, and that's not necessarily what that's not typically their leadership style. It's my leadership style.
Yeah.
So
Well, I suppose that's why you're there.
that could be the reason, but
Because I feel like you're a good balance to that group of key leaders, because obviously them two, they're both very intelligent, somewhat shy. Ranson's a little shy. Neither one of them are crazy assertive, but you are. But I feel like you're good at keeping motivation and still keep discipline. You can kind of not go crazy, but kind of get in their face a little bit, and you can kind of make them mad, make them want to work harder, kind of make them grit their teeth and eat the shit. You know what I mean?
dude, whenever I'm training Gina, I think this is when I go serious, like actually training people. Yeah. Like whenever I have high expectations for the people that I'm training, the kind of the individual that I become, like while I'm training you, is completely different. I think, like you can ask Gina, trained her this Monday. In the suit, I made her warm up was a half-mile run in the suit.
How heavy is the suit?
So you're looking at maybe 15 pounds, 15 to 20.
Okay.
And
it's thick.
It's super thick. It's very hot.
It's smelly. Thing is gross. It smells like ass.
It's heavy. It's hot. It's very thick, and it limits your movement a lot. So you can only move in certain directions.
Yeah. It's tough. It's definitely tough. Do you make her wear the sleeves as well?
Yeah. Well, the gauntlet.
Yeah.
Like the little blue sleeves.
Yeah.
No. Okay. So that's only for like help with the dog bites.
Right.
But I had her run a half mile in the suit.
How fast was that?
It was a 15-minute pace.
Okay.
Yeah, but in the suit, it feels quick.
Yeah.
So the half mile at a 15-minute pace. So she ran like 8 minutes or something. And then it was similar to a Murph style workout. Yeah. So it was a modified Murph. First thing she did, I made her run a mile. So she ran a mile. Yeah. We're at Snap. So
on the treadmill or outside?
Outside.
Okay.
Yeah, it was nice. It was nice for me at least. Ran a mile. And she ran it in 12 minutes.
No way.
Yeah.
That's pretty good.
Ran it in 12 minutes. Like not fat, like top speed either. Like she was expecting more.
Yeah.
So she had to slow it down a little bit. So 12 minutes.
That's pretty good.
Yeah. So, and then I had 3 workouts for it.
Mm-hmm.
She had 10 push-ups, 15 squat presses, and 20 kettlebell swings.
Mm-hmm.
And the squat presses were with 20-pound weights. The kettlebell was 30 pounds. And every time she finished those, I made her run a lap.
Mm-hmm.
And lap was timed. If she couldn't finish it in under 3 minutes, she had to do another lap.
Oh, shit.
So I would add more. And I think that what I'm getting at here is like the individual that I am whenever I train someone, especially like Gina, that I have very high expectations for, is I have such a lack of care and such a lack of sympathy for you. And I know it sucks. I know it sucks because I made the workout to suck. Like, I totally get it.
Yeah. It's not like you haven't shared that experience before. Like,
Exactly. It's like
it's harder to take, that from like someone who'd never done anything in a bite suit or anything difficult. Like they're making you do this shit. So obviously she knows you've done this stuff.
Yeah.
It's probably easier to take stuff from you, knowing your experience with this.
But I think that with all the training that I've done, whenever I train someone like that, I've had to train myself to be that kind of individual to where like I don't care how you feel. To where like I don't want. Yeah, I do it for good reason because someone like Gina who's trained to be a decoy, right? Decoys are very important in this world with dogs that me and you are not familiar with. Like these dogs, they need good training so that they can actually do good work.
Right.
For the police, for the military, like save people, to hurt people, to track certain things that could save lives, that could benefit so many people. Like it's a huge deal. Very important training. And you need good decoys to be good training for these dogs. I think of it indirectly as if I like allow myself to be the weak link here and let my own sympathy get in the way of you being a good training source for these dogs, then I failed you and I failed the dog and I failed all the work that dog is supposed to do. So I would feel bad. So I've had to like almost like emotionally bar myself and like I don't like to the point where I really don't care.
Yeah, I feel that's a good approach. I mean, the obviously you need to have that kind of stone cold mindset, especially as your girlfriend. You care a lot about her. You don't want her to be in this suffering, this crazy ass workout that you've implemented. But I feel like it's a good way to look at it. I mean, you look at Chris Bumstead's trainer. He doesn't win. I mean, he maybe he gains an extra body fat percentage. I mean, it's your dietitian. That's him. That's your trainer. That's everybody. You know,
and it's like if you
doing
fail,
a disservice to what you
fail him and everything that he's working for. It's like you're going to feel like a piece of shit.
Yeah.
And I will absolutely 100% take all of the criticism during. Don't give it to me after, because because I know what I did.
That's where we're chill.
Yeah, it's like we're good after that. Like give me all the shit. I don't give a fuck. It's like I'm so focused and so centered on you finishing the workout that any possible thing that you tell me is like it's not gonna fucking affect me.
Yeah, and it's probably. I mean, you've been doing this since you were 16 or 17.
Yep.
You probably just grown really accustomed to kind of people growing that disdain towards you.
They fucking hate me, dude.
Yeah.
All of them. They all hate me at some point, and then they love me, and then they hate me, and then they love me. But yeah, no, I've grown so fucking accustomed to like hearing it. Like, oh, we don't like you right now. It's like I don't give a fuck. It's like you still got more reps to do. That's crazy. That's crazy.
Guess what? Because I mean, I feel like it's a good thing that there are people like you though, because most people, unfortunately, are not like me and you and Kerrigan and Ethan, and Gina especially. Like some people just do not want to get up. Some people need a voice in their head. Some people need that annoying little fly, fly on the wall that tells you you're not good enough. You need to get in the gym. You need to go faster. You need to push harder. You know what I mean?
Made no progress. None.
Yeah, but like that's what you need. If you have that voice, obviously, shout out Dad. Shout out Daddy. We've had that voice since we were little kids in middle school. We worked out by ourselves with him, and it was only because of him we kind of grew that voice that hey, we're not fucking where we need to be yet.
Yeah,
we're not fast enough. We're not strong enough. We don't look good enough. Our abs aren't tight enough. You know what I mean? Like biceps aren't big enough. Like it's everything, and it's. Like you sent to him the other day in that text message. Me and you both attribute all of that to him.
Oh, 100%.
If he was not there, love you, Mom.
Like if we had another parent like Mom,
love you, Mom. If we were raised with Mom and Jeremy, we would have never.
No.
We'd have never made that. We'd never be where we are now. I wouldn't be looking over at your bicep veins and the striations in your shoulder right now. I wouldn't see it because we'd be different people.
Yeah.
But because we had that person, because we had our dad with us, and he kicked our asses, he'd punish us with exercise. Remember? You guys sucked at this track, but you got to run home. It's because we had that voice. It's because we had that motivation from someone.
It's because we disappointed them.
Yeah, it's because we disappointed them. But it's the same thing. If they disappoint you, you make them work harder, right? So some people just need that. And I feel like if it weren't for him, we didn't realize how much we needed it.
Yeah.
Until now, where we are now, because we are successful. In what we're doing now. We're doing well in school. We're kicking ass in the gym. We're doing all these challenges. We're doing competitions it seems
out
like
the fucking ass.
Yeah, it seems like every month. We're going to schools. We're doing these new opportunities,
competitions. We're doing these races.
It wouldn't be we wouldn't be there if not for him. And because of that, we are able to keep pushing ourselves. We're going to some of the, air assault. I'll be going to air assault soon. That's one of the, regarded as one of the most physical schools in the Army.
Yeah.
People need to be in shape to do that. And I just know that if he wasn't there doing what he did, we wouldn't be successful.
I attribute every single bit of not only just physical fitness, but I think just being a man as well.
Yeah,
it's
I agree.
the values that we've grown up with. I'm not saying anything against Jeremy on that one. He's an amazing individual.
Absolutely.
He's an amazing father.
Shout out J-Man.
Yeah. Amazing father, amazing stepfather especially, and amazing husband. And I just know, especially having those two as a father figure was amazing, because I think that we got a lot of the discipline from Daddy. I think we got a lot of the discipline as far as discipline of our mind, discipline of our bodies, discipline with working, what we eat, being happy with what we can produce within our work.
Yeah,
I think Jeremy was really good at making it bringing all your qualities to be a good husband, and to be a good dad.
Yeah,
I think he was a great example of showing you. He was a great example of a father and as a dad, and as a husband. It's and as a man in general. I think Jeremy is a great man, and because he has amazing selfless qualities.
Yeah.
And
look at his job.
Yeah,
he goes saves people.
Yeah,
all day.
An amazing example of that. So
yeah, I feel like it was. I feel like the husband quality was definitely seen because obviously with Daddy, he was bouncing around girlfriends and stuff. We didn't see as much of the husband quality until he met Amber.
Sure,
which is nice. So we met Jeremy when we were 11.
Yeah,
so he was there with us for the last 10 years.
Mm-hmm.
Doing all this stuff. Or I think it's longer than that. I think we met him. Maybe we were 8 or something. I don't know.
7 or 8.
We were young, but
we were pretty young.
he's been with our mom ever since. He's been there showing what a good man is, what a good husband is, how you treat your wife, things like that. And I feel like, especially on this campus, I never would have guessed the types of people you meet in college, on college campuses, because you meet people who don't share the same values, who don't have that voice in their head, but also who don't really exemplify what it means to be a man.
Mm-hmm.
Someone who's not willing to let others go before him.
Sure.
And I feel like that's a great thing that our parents were able to get us into.
Yeah.
But it's just not. It doesn't seem like it's widely spread. I don't see that.
No, I don't think so at all. I think that I think it's hard not to know what to do.
Yeah.
I think everyone deep down knows what to do. I think that everyone knows what's right and what's wrong. Whether you do it, I think that's largely dependent upon how you were raised and social factors.
Yeah.
And, things like that. but the more people I meet, the less people I see who are raised like us,
Mm-hmm.
and to such a high standard. I
Mhm.
think, and parents with like strong expectations of them, but parents that didn't worship their kids.
Mm-hmm.
Like that's what we had. We didn't.
Yeah.
Our parents didn't worship us like a lot of other kids did,
Yeah.
which I think is a much more common thing to see today, unfortunately.
Yeah.
But I just think like baseball moms.
Yeah.
Think of what parent didn't fucking like worship their kids, like
Yeah.
do everything for them, ruin
Mhm.
their fucking marriage
Mhm.
over what their kids wanted, and like it was just a huge. I don't know. It's like I'm very grateful for the way that we were raised, and I
Yeah,
think
for sure.
I think there are definitely other ways of raising kids that are suitable to having great men, maybe even better than the way we were raised.
Mm-hmm.
Raising great men, great women, great husbands, fathers, mothers, sisters. But all I can speak for is how we were raised, and I think
It worked.
Yeah, and I'm happy with it.
Yeah. Yeah, that's the good thing though, is like we can see that it was a success, and now we can kind of move on, do our own thing, take that, and be successful in life, and know where it came from at least.
Yeah.
But I'm anyway, getting back to the kind of trailed off there. The just out of curiosity, when do you got to get out of here again?
I need to be at Gina's by 3.
Okay, so you probably need to leave at like 2:45 or something.
Yeah, somewhere around there. I'm not super worried about it.
That's Big Gene Bean 29th.
29.
29.
Shout out Gina. If you leave me, this gets deleted.
No. 29. You're pretty much 30. Yeah, I can't, dude. She's so old. She's so wrinkled. I can't believe it.
Yeah, I tease her so fucking bad.
Yeah.
No fucking boyfriend trains their girlfriend to be shit on her. But I do. Dude, I give her so much shit. But she does this.
She takes it so well, though.
She does.
She's so bubbly. Like, she just doesn't care. I've never seen Gina upset. Well, never mind. I've seen her when she comes home from work. That's enough for me.
Yeah.
But dude, like, it's just so funny how she takes the criticism and like the jokes, because like it's like if you say an offensive joke, sometimes some people actually take it offensively. Well,
Yeah.
that's obviously not how you mean it. You just mean it because you love them and you want to
Sure.
share this funny moment with them. She
Yeah.
takes it like that, and it's so funny because
Yeah.
I've never met a girl who takes jokes like Gina.
They're like Amber.
Yeah, she's like, yeah.
Like
Shout out Amber, you're a warrior.
Yeah, no. Amber was exactly what I was looking for as far as like a spouse. Amber's a great
Dude, she's
woman,
so
great
funny.
mother. She is fucking hilarious. But
Are y'all gonna be at his place on Friday?
what's on Friday?
So Hannah graduates on Friday.
So we'll be gone. We leave tomorrow
Oh,
for a
snap.
trip. Yeah.
What are y'all doing again?
So we're going down to see her grandma. Her grandma's not doing very well.
Oh.
Yeah. So she actually just fell in the bathroom and like broke her fucking collarbone.
Jesus.
Yeah, so she's in the hospital. Her mom actually flew down to Florida to go and help her get set up with like assisted living and everything.
Okay.
So we're going down to see her in West Palm Beach.
Nice.
Gina's got some friends out there too. We're gonna meet Sid.
Okay.
Yeah, we're gonna see him for a little bit.
Late.
So he lives in Jacksonville. We're
Okay.
gonna stop by there, and then
Cool.
we're gonna drive down to West Palm Beach.
Baldry's back in Florida now.
Really?
Yep.
That's cool.
Yeah, that'll be fun though. I didn't know anything about her grandma. I just
Yeah.
saw that y'all had blocked off Florida, so
Yeah.
I just assumed maybe like I don't know, some sort of vacation or something.
Yeah, yeah. So we're taking a little vacay. We'll be going to Chris's tomorrow night.
Okay.
Like cut the trip halfway.
Nice.
And then we keep going after that.
Go to Savannah.
Yeah, maybe.
I kind of miss Savannah.
I've been to Savannah like 3 times already within like the past year. So I might get a Charleston. Charleston's nice.
Yeah.
I don't know. We'll see. Maybe go somewhere new.
Yeah. What exactly do you have planned for Gina today as far as her birthday?
So I had. She's actually just started about 15 minutes in to a 90-minute massage. Just so 75 more minutes. But she got a 90-minute massage. That'll last until 3.
Working his way to massaging the inside, I assume.
That's right. That's right.
Little Christian.
You know how it is. Still got skin in the game. But not for real. Then we're going to fucking Raleigh for dinner. We're going to Seasons 52. It's a seafood place. She loves seafood.
Seafood. Seasons 52.
Yep.
I don't think I've heard of that.
Yeah. We were thinking about going to the bookstore because Fi, the new puppy, that Laurel's going to be watching here soon.
Oh, yeah. No, here.
He fucking tore apart one of the books that I was reading.
No.
It was Gina's book, but I have a funny story to tell about that book, actually. But tore it to shreds. I beat the fuck out of him. I beat him with the book. He hates me now. He won't even come near me.
Oh, man.
He won't even, take food out of my fucking hand. He
That's
hates me
funny,
so much.
dude.
So much he hates me. I don't care. I fucking like him either. But,
anything after dinner?
no, might hit a bookstore. In that book, I told Bottom this. In that book, I guess Gina was reading it on deployment, which is when she was dating her ex-boyfriend.
Oh,
and
God.
in the, she never finished the book. So halfway through it, I was just scanning through trying to find my page, and there was a bookmark, and it was her old bookmark, and it was an envelope from a letter that he had sent her from whenever he was in basic training.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, so he apparently joined the army or something while they were dating.
While she was already
deployed.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. And I guess she was using one of the letters in the bookmark. I was reading the book, and I scrolled that page, and I picked it up, and I'm like, this is weird. I was like, Fort Jackson. I was like, that's cool. I was not thinking anything of it. And I showed it to her, and she was like, yeah, that's cool. I'm staring at it, I'm like, this is weird. I'm like, why did you get... Because I knew it was from a platoon in basic training, because he sent the fucking platoon name, the Devil's Rejects. Fucking faggot. I was like, who does that?
That's awesome.
And she didn't say anything. She was like, yeah, it's cool.
That's funny.
I put it together. I was like, this is your fucking ex-boyfriend. She was like,
so wait, she was already like a first or second lieutenant deployed, and she was dating a dude basic training. How old was he?
I don't know how old he was.
Just graduated high school or something?
I don't
Predator?
know. She came after me.
Chris Hansen's gonna be joining you at Seasons 52.
Yeah. But no, I don't know. I don't know how old he was, but she said that he had gotten a weird rut or something, and decided to randomly join. She had no idea. Randomly join the military.
That's weird.
Yeah, that's what I thought. It didn't last too long after
I
that.
kind of did it too. I was dating Lily at the time, or kinda, I guess, whatever that was, and then
That's a mistake.
yeah,
That's what it was.
yeah, probably. And then I called her one day. I was like, hey, what's up? Yeah, I had dinner. Joining the army. And she was like, huh. She was like, yeah, why? That's just weird because you didn't tell me.
It's you really didn't tell me you think about going.
Yeah, you didn't say anything. And then she's like, I gotta come see you. I was like, no, you don't really have you don't really have to come see me. I don't really want to see you either.
Meet me at church.
Yeah. Meet me at church. I'll break up with you there.
Let all your friends see you.
Oh, no, dude. I took her back to my car. Thankfully, she was like, hey, I got to load something in my car. I was like, yes. I have something to tell you.
Then you fucking dated Hallie after that. You dated her right before you left, right?
Yeah.
Like
yeah.
2 weeks or something.
So the one thing she told me, she's like, whatever you do, just don't join and then break up with me, because that was what my last boyfriend did as soon as he got back from basic training. So I went to basic training and I was missing her. I called her every Sunday, wrote her letters and stuff, and then I even had all the guys in my platoon sign a letter for her. They got back to basic training and broke up. like 3 days after I got back, like super messed up.
She was so fucking excited for it.
Yeah, she had like a poster and everything, like to go meet me at the airport.
She didn't even come pick you up.
Yeah,
she didn't know.
Oh my gosh, dude, she was so upset.
Yeah,
best decision I ever made.
dude, honestly.
Yeah, there's.
I heard about that for like a fucking year.
Yeah,
after
dude,
that
she never
shit.
let it go, man.
Dude, that was fucking hilarious. Man.
That was
dude,
funny.
Dude, this is completely random. I have a hilarious story to tell you. So during that period that me and Gina were like separated, I know Gina had like tried to learn sign language. And I was like, it might be like a cool thing to like try and learn. I had nothing to do, like literally nothing. You guys were gone. She was like out of my life at that point, and I was like, okay. I was like trying to learn some sign language. So I like put it up on TV, like I was learning, and it was pretty cool. It's like I really enjoyed it, and there was. I go to work at a shift at Pizza Hut, and there's a girl who is deaf.
Oh God,
She's a girl who's deaf, and I'm like, she's talking in like a really funny way. So she's like she'll just like say things. And I don't really know what she's saying.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I asked my buddy, I'm like, is there a reason why she talks like that? And he was like, she's deaf. And he's like, just had like cochlear surgery or something. I was like, oh. I was like, that's awful. And I was like, it's really cool that she has a job though. Like, they're allowing her to work here. And I was like, this is like a cool opportunity to like test my sign language. And it took me like a week before I could like build up the courage to go and ask her. And so I had learned the sign for like, do you do sign language? This is what I'm asking her. And I do the sign to her, and I ask her, I'm like, do you do sign language? And she was like, she was like, I'm not deaf. She's like, I have a fucking speech impediment. Oh my God. Holy shit.
oh my God,
Like, I'm not deaf, I have a fucking speech impediment. I feel like such a fucking loser. Oh my God.
What an idiot.
I was like, where did you get the fucking cochlear surgery from? He's like, oh, I don't know, dude. I was like, fuck you. Totally set me up.
Oh my gosh, that was so funny, dude.
I was so fucking dumb.
That is so funny, dude. Oh my gosh.
I'm not deaf. I have a speech impediment. I was like, I didn't think you sounded like a deaf person. Dude, I felt like such an asshole, man.
That is hilarious. Dude, Gina kind of sounds like a deaf person.
She just has a lisp. She's not fucking deaf. Like she has a condition to where like her hearing will progressively get worse, but she's not deaf. She can hear. It's kind of like me. Like, you know, my hearing sucks.
Yeah.
Like, my hearing's not great.
Like Daddy.
Yeah, but like it's very manageable, at least at the present moment. But she just has a lisp, and that's what makes her sound.
It's kind of funny.
It is funny. Whenever she pronounces certain words, it's kind of funny. My normal day.
my normal day. Oh my gosh, is she pretty supportive of you going to Baylor, like trying to get into that program? She liked that idea.
Yeah, you know, I made that very clear to her that was where I was going.
Yeah,
like trying to go with my life. I was like, if this bothers you at all, I was like, this is probably where it should end.
So
I
tell
made that clear pretty early on.
yeah. So tell me a little bit about the Baylor program. I know it's obviously the Army's physical therapy program. You go there, you get your doctorate. Uh, is there anything else that goes into that as far as the program and the learning and where you'll be sent to, what? I guess what do you want to get out of that? Like, if you could have your dream opportunity?
Right. Sure. Yeah, no, I've been wanting to go to PT school since I was like 16. So,
For free.
huh?
For free.
Yeah. I was like, I would love to go to PT school. I was like, I would love to stay in the Army. So, why not pick an Army program to do it? It's extremely competitive. About 400 applicants per year. About 22 get in.
That's insane.
Yeah. So
That is such
not a fucking lot.
The attrition rate is not working
No,
in your
it's
favor.
not good at all. They look at several things like your GPA for your prerequisites and your GPA overall. They look at your GRE score. They look at like other qualifications that you have, prior experience that you have.
Does that include like personal training certs and stuff like that?
Yeah. So that helps. So having that experience will definitely help. Just like the things that I've been doing, like having your shadow hours is requiring 100 shadow hours. But it's an amazing program, super dope. You'll be in Fort Sam Houston, Texas, which is a very nice base, and there is a lot of recognition that comes with being in that class, just because it's so highly competitive.
Yeah.
You get like more qualifications and more like a scope of practice than any regular physical therapist.
Okay. Very cool.
They pay for your school, they pay for your lodging, they pay.
So you get paid to go to school.
And I get paid to go to school. Yeah, I'll be getting a lieutenant pay, so I'll be getting like $60,000 a year.
That's without BAH as well.
Yeah, exactly.
So at BAH probably making 70 something.
Exactly. So like, insanely beneficial program. Like, who wouldn't want to get $70,000 a year, get their tuition free, and free lodging? It's like, and you'll be on base, so you'll probably get a DFAC access.
Yeah.
So that's relatively free food,
Right.
for the most part. Like, who the fuck wouldn't want that at all? And so
I'm guessing it's kind of like with what they tell you about Army nurses, because everyone that you talk to about Army nurses, they say, do this route, become a nurse through the Army, because you don't start out at the bottom of the barrel.
Yeah.
You get a higher scope of practice, like you said. You're able to work on things that you're not allowed to in civilian sectors.
Sure.
Is it kind of the same? Like,
yeah,
the same practice?
yeah. It's a large scope of practice that regular PTs just don't get the chance to. Some states don't even allow for work with like it's not acupuncture per se, but it's
Dry needling?
yes, dry needling. That's the
Okay.
word. Dry needling. Like some PTs in certain states, you can't even do it. Like North Carolina, you have to go out of state
Really?
to be licensed in dry needling.
That's crazy.
Yeah. So, but like that's one of the things they teach you at Baylor. So, it's just an example of like all the things that you'll be qualified to do. Super extremely intelligent program, very hard to get into. So that being the first issue, is getting in there.
Yeah, for sure. Because that's what, like, it's like 1%, less than 1%.
It's like 7. Well, it's like 7% of the people that
Maybe
apply.
I'm just dumb in math.
7% of the people that apply get in.
Okay.
Or less, 7 or less. But you know, my ideal situation, I want to rehabilitate like special operations, like Army Rangers, Special Forces. Those are the the guys that I like kind of look up to. Like very cool, very hardworking individuals, very determined. I enjoy working with people with a high drive, with high motivation, high discipline, and I mean that community itself was just amazing.
Yeah,
like a super
absolutely.
awesome community to work with. Now I won't necessarily be in that community, but I'll be adjacent to it almost.
Yeah.
So just that's a dream of mine. That's what I've always wanted to do.
So as far as your steps up to that, I know that you have to take your GRE score or your GRE exam, which is like your sort of your entrance exam, kind of how nursing school has the HESI.
Sure.
Tell me a little bit about the GRE. Are you scheduled to take that soon, or?
No, I'm not scheduled to take it soon. I'll probably take it next summer right before I apply, or sometime during the next year.
And hit them books.
Yeah, no.
You got plenty of them.
Quantitative reasoning, quantitative analysis, it's math and reading.
Got it.
Math, reading, like reading interpretation, and writing. There's an essay. So
Okay. Apparently Parker didn't do well on his.
yeah, well, he almost did well enough for the minimum, which
Yeah.
they super score it. So if you do good in one portion,
From your other one, they'll take it and add
Exactly.
it together. Oh, okay,
Yeah.
that's awesome.
yeah, so that's super helpful. So if I do good in math, but I suck in the essay, really only need to worry about the essay.
Yeah, that makes sense. Do you how many tries do you get to take it? Is what I was trying to say.
I think you get one, like you do like one a month or something along those lines. I hope Parker did well enough to apply to Baylor because he won't have many opportunities to take it after he gets back.
Yeah, because he also leaves in 9 days along with Ethan.
Yeah, so he won't have many opportunities to take it, which sucks. So
Hopefully he's taking it now. Like during this time. That
yeah,
we have,
that's what I'm saying. It's like
this nice break that we have.
yeah, this is definitely the time to do that.
So I know recently we've talked a lot about getting into Baylor. We talked a lot about how it's super rare, 7% or less. How many people have you actually met that made it into Baylor?
2 people.
2 people.
I've met 2 people.
Were they both through the physical therapy, or was one Matt through the dietitian or the nutrition?
You talking about Baylor in general?
Right, Baylor, the Army Baylor program.
Army Baylor physical therapy program, or
Correct.
any Army Baylor program?
Army Baylor physical therapy.
2 people. I met 2 people going to the Army Baylor PT program, and I met them after we did the Sandhurst competition. They were rehabilitating some of the competitors.
Okay.
And
Did they give you any insight?
they gave me a lot of what I already knew, like make sure GRE is high, make sure GPA is high. They did give me an idea to like retake my nutrition class. So I could get an A in that.
If you take it online, I promise.
Yeah.
Luke Labont is the online professor. Easiest class of my life. I got a 99 by 5 minutes of work a week.
Yeah. So I'll definitely just retake that
Well.
and get that A.
Yeah, you can definitely add that onto your semester.
Yeah.
You shouldn't have any issue with that. You just need it approved by your advisor, I'm sure.
Yeah. I mean, I've got 3 more semesters, so
Yeah, that's true.
I'll have plenty of time to put it in there. But yeah, I'll do that. Help increase my GPA a little bit. And not really too much outside of it. They did tell me the super scoring for the GRE, which I didn't know, which is pretty helpful.
Nice.
But other than that, it's like pretty general type information. But it was good to actually meet one of the people that went to the program. Yeah, it's like they felt like fucking unicorns, man. I never see them.
Yeah, and I know that recently in the past we've talked about potential duty stations and everything that you're allowed to go to with this, because it is sort of a niche environment. I cannot for the life of me remember what the unit was that you were looking into. I believe it was Thor something. Kind of what was that exactly, and how would that like implement to what you want to do? And
Thor 3?
Yeah.
Yeah, Thor 3 is is a rehabilitation center for your special forces and for your Army Rangers, like your high performing soldiers.
Okay.
So you can be tasked to just go there that'd be your unit.
Do they deploy?
I actually don't know. I don't know if physical therapists deploy like that.
Okay.
If they, I mean, I wouldn't be surprised at all if they did. But I as far as like what their um, status is for like when they deploy, how often, what they do, I'm not really sure.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, that'd be pretty cool though. I mean, it seems like kind of what you talked about, having someone with a high drive. It certainly keeps your spirit high in the realm of physical therapy and helping people. If you have people who want themselves to get better and are willing to do whatever it takes to get
Absolutely,
better.
yeah. I mean, it's very similar with me personal training now. I have much more enjoyment training Gina than I do training my actual clients because my actual clients don't have nearly the amount of drive and energy and physical capability as someone that does, and I don't blame them for that. I think a lot of that is just deep rooted, and they're like some of these people that I train are like 60 years old,
Yep.
and they're not here to change their entire mindset and their
Yeah.
entire way of living after 60 years. So
Yeah, that's fair.
so training someone who's already had that mentality and is already in good physical shape, it makes it just more enjoyable for me, and um, that's just what I enjoy. So
Yeah.
working with those high drive athletes, people with high capabilities, that's what I enjoy.
I'm assuming that you've not met any of these unicorns from Thor 3.
Mm-mm. Actually, I met one of the dudes I met at Sandhurst. He was rehabilitating some of the special forces dudes
Okay.
at a SF unit.
Nice.
Yeah, so that was pretty cool. I got to talk to him about that.
I'm sure that was super fun getting up straight from that treacherous 8-mile ruck and going to go run over to the PT.
It's the worst fucking ruck I've ever done in my life, dude. That was miserable.
Yeah, if I had to compare that to anything, I couldn't compare it to anything. That was so bad.
It sucked.
I thought Koch. I felt bad. I thought he was gonna die or something. He was looking bad, man.
Yeah, Kosh was not happy.
But
Then he had his ACH on like within the first 2 miles.
Yeah, and as soon as I saw him take his off, I was like, I'm not doing it. It's like,
Yeah.
you can't make me wear this thing. No one else is. Half the people doing this aren't wearing it. You're not
Yeah.
making me.
Yeah.
It's so uncomfortable. I think I do have to wear it for air assault school, but obviously, I'll cross that bridge when I get to it. But
That's different though.
yeah, that is totally different. So it's 12 miles, sure, but I'll still be done before we were.
Mm-hmm.
I'll still be sub 3 hours before we finish that 8 mile,
Yep.
and which is like I don't even know how you can legalize something like that. That truly shouldn't even be allowed in any state.
It was the worst fucking ruck I've ever competed in, ever.
Yeah. As far as the competition goes, I know we've me especially, and even you though, and a lot of our people who are on our Ranger Challenge team, we've done a lot of these competitions and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
How did you like it? How did you think the actual events compared? Did you like the train up week? How did this compare to some of the other things you've done? And would you like some of the improves you would have for it or
I
sustains?
thought Sandhurst was super cool. I loved it.
Sandhurst being, for those who don't know, the culminating.
United States Military Skills Event.
Correct. It is the largest ROTC Ranger Challenge competition in the world, where international teams come from all over. 2 top teams from each brigade of ROTC compete at West Point, along with 15 other international teams, in a display of Army skills as well as physical and mental agility and endurance. Anyways, how'd you like it?
I loved it. That was super cool. Lack of AC sucked.
Yeah.
That
Screw West Point.
yeah, that fucking sucked. But I thought the competition was super cool. The competition part was fun.
Yeah.
Train up week I thought was pretty fucking gay. I think personally, if you made the fucking lanes like give us a fucking op board and give us all the rules and regulations of what we're going to be doing in ahead of time, that way we can actually train for it.
Yeah.
Instead of like
when we get there, now we know.
Yeah.
You know, I thought that portion left a lot of room for, like, just shit to happen. And, like, no one, I don't know. Like, I could totally see how it could be beneficial. It's like you don't have, like, you're not allowing these people to like, hone in
Mm-hmm.
on what they're going to be doing. Some people might have, like, advantages to the training. So, you're like, that, I get it. But I think that some of the way the lanes were handled was dumb. Like, I think as far as, like, asking questions for more information and, like, more clear and concise points on the competition, like how to complete a lane or an exercise or a certain thing. I just think they were really bad at doing that. Really unhelpful as far as, like, giving extra information.
Yeah.
I think that I think that it could have just been run more smoothly.
Mm-hmm.
I realize it was a very large competition with, like,
500 cadets.
yeah, like over 500 cadets, and, like, I don't think it was the amount of people. I think it was, like, lack of proper coordination.
Yeah.
I just think that it could have been done better. As
Yeah.
far as that.
I could see that. It was a lot to put together for sure. But the actual comp days, you
Awesome.
enjoyed those?
Yeah, I love love the comp days.
Competition days.
Yeah, you know, I thought it was super fun. Really, really enjoyed it. Very difficult.
Very difficult.
Very long day.
Yeah.
Very long, strenuous day. But it was pretty fun. It was a good time. Never done anything like that before. Definitely won't do it again. So don't have to worry about that.
Yeah, you don't have to worry about it. I don't. It's all right though. We made it once.
Yeah, I made it once. That's all I need.
But got my little axe to prove it too. My
Yeah.
little tomahawk.
That's right.
But
Carrick was talking about, like, turning those in. I'm like, I'm not giving you my
No.
tomahawk.
no,
Giving you my fucking tomahawk.
No.
I will go sign my name. Give me a Sharpie.
yeah, no, I've competed in some stuff before, and it was definitely the most intense. I've even done week-long competitions before, and I'd rather do those. So they were easier, and there was less stuff. There was less headache there, and God, they were just so much easier. I couldn't even comprehend all the stuff we were doing on the day of the actual competition.
Yeah.
And then taking that culminating event, the ruck, that started at the Plain at West Point, you know, and then completing the 8 miles, and then continuing that into the mystery event, which me, you, Bodwin, and Palmer had to do by ourselves, like just us, and then
Fucking suck.
and then we still had stuff the next day. Like I was not prepared, like I wish I was. I certainly wasn't prepared for all the stuff we were going to do. Like,
None of us were prepared. Like, none of us were physically prepared for that.
I don't think you could have, because we would have never known. You know, no one would have known the ruck or the route or anything. I don't think, at least unless Newsom was holding that from us, gatekeeping the Sanders.
Usma Black
now.
knew. Let's be real, they knew.
Yeah, Usma Black. If you're hearing this, yeah, you knew what was up. you trained for it. As soon as we finished the comp, you started the preparation for next year, I'm sure.
Start celebrating.
But yeah, I had a good time. I was very very glad that we went. Very glad that we got there and were able to prove to the rest of the battalion and to all the other schools that we're not just a party school. We got some good guys here who are capable of some good stuff, you know. Even though we are a party school, we're the biggest party school.
We definitely came close to last place.
Yeah, we made it. We made it there.
We won in combo. Yeah, for all you fuckers listening out there, we won in combo. Beat all those teams.
Yeah, that was good though. It was a good, not only culminating event for ROTC, it was a good culminating event for the semester. It's a good high note to end on. We got back, took our exams, you know, and then we went straight to the beach, and that was some much needed rest, some R&R
Yep.
that we got. I was very glad that we were able to get that, and especially now because, dude, I can't even express to you how many movies we've been watching since we got home.
That's crazy.
That's all we've been doing. Me and Laurel will wake up, go to the gym, and I'll be like, "Hey, you got anything going on today?" She's like, "Movies?" like,
Is she like down?
Yeah,
Like,
so-
that's cool. That's
so it's been so nice, man. Because I told her, I was like, "This is exactly what I wanted the entire semester, was to sit here and watch movies I've never seen before."
yeah.
And
Seen some good ones.
yeah, so look, dude, I've got a whole list of every movie that I want to watch. So it's labeled films to watch. These are all the ones that I want to see. But the main one that we had is the Mission Impossible series.
Yeah.
So as soon as we got back, I told her, I was like, man, I just my dad says the new one's coming out. I kind of want to watch it, but I've never seen any of the first ones.
Mhm.
So, she was like, throw it on.
Yeah.
I was like, bet. And we watched the first one.
First one's great.
First one was great, and then we loved it. I enjoyed it. She liked it as well, but we were really confused. I had to look up a Reddit of like a Reddit post of
The first Mission Impossible.
Yeah, it just confused me. There was too many names going around. Like it got to me, and I was we looked it up and we got it, and then we watched the second one, which was dog shit.
Really?
So even Daddy told me this because I told him I was watching the series. The second one is heavily regarded as the worst.
Really?
Because it's not good.
Okay.
Good story. Like, if they redid it now, it'd be great. But I really strongly just could not stand it. And it was miserable to get through.
Mhm.
But we made it. Then you got to the third one. Third one, magnificent. So was the fourth, fifth, sixth, and seventh. I've never seen such a consistency in greatness in films like this series. I kid you not, some of the greatest action and acting I've ever seen. I mean, Tom Cruise doesn't really put out misses, you know what I mean?
Right.
He's up to bat and he's swinging, he's hitting them, he's crushing them
Yeah.
out of the park every time. Because they're just so good. Like the last movie we watched was Mission Impossible 7, and it was over 2.5 hours, and we thought it was by the time it had ended, we thought that only like an hour and a half had gone by because we were so into it that 2.5 hours just flew by. The sixth one was my favorite. That was the one with Henry Cavill.
Yeah.
That was really, really good. And what amazes me the most is that every time you have a big series, whether it's Mission Impossible, Fast and Furious, anything like Avengers,
Harry Potter.
Yeah, Harry Potter. Every time to keep up, you got to get bigger. You know,
Yeah.
you can't go less than.
Yeah,
So
sure.
if you're on Fast and Furious and you're at Fast 5 where they're pulling around the giant safe and everyone's so hyped because this crazy thing's going on, you can't go back to like Mission Impossible or Fast and Furious 1
Yeah.
where like you're just
People are
racing.
lame.
Yeah.
People are tired of it. To them, it's lame.
So like they kept doing that because the first one, is pretty simple, and then you get up to the newest one, and they're just such complex missions with so many fine details, and they just don't miss. They keep getting bigger, but the value of the movie doesn't go down.
Yeah,
It's
for sure.
insane.
Yeah.
I've never sseen anything like it. But so the new one comes out on the 23rd. So I think it's Friday. Friday the 23rd. It comes out. I've worked, so I won't be able to go see it. And we have Hannah's graduation, so we really can't go see it. But the week after, we're gonna go and watch it and everything, and I'm so excited because it's gonna get even bigger this time.
Yep.
Because you already we are. So it's a part 2 for the 7 and 8.
Okay.
Part 1 is number 7.
Sure.
Part 2 is number 8, and so I already know what's gonna happen. Like the plot that it's going in, and it's gonna get bigger.
Yeah.
And like I know they're not gonna miss. It's insane, but it's the final Mission Impossible movie.
Yeah.
So I'm just so
Final mission.
Yeah, it's called The Final Reckoning. I'm very, very excited. But we finished that the other day, and now we've started the Conjuring series.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, the first one was okay. It wasn't bad. I've probably seen better horror movies definitely have. But as far as horror goes, it was okay. I wasn't upset with it or anything. But I think we're watching the second one tonight. She says that was.
Was there a third one?
Yep.
Really?
They're making a fourth one now.
Dang.
Yeah.
The Insidious series was a great horror series. I feel like.
And that's on the list as well.
Insidious was a great horror series.
Yeah, so Insidious is on there as well. We're going to be trying to work through a lot of the Blumhouse films.
Blumhouse has got some good shit.
So Insidious,
really good
Insidious
shit.
is one of those. I looked it up on Wikipedia. Apparently, Blumhouse has made like every horror movie ever made.
Really?
Yeah. So you can think of anything. Black Phone with Ethan Hawke.
That's a great movie.
Blumhouse.
Black Phone's a great fucking movie.
So
Blumhouse don't fucking miss. Dude.
No, dude, they really don't. But
motherfucker don't miss.
but I really enjoyed it. I've loved having the time to just do whatever I want. I started this this podcast. This wasn't a thing while the semester was going.
Dude, it made me laugh so hard when he texted me. We're gonna talk on the pod. I was like, this is what we do now. Yeah, no, it's awesome. It's super cool, dude. I love it. I love it. Love that you're finding something to do.
Yeah,
and something that you enjoy too.
Yeah, I'm having fun with it.
I really want would love for my own business to take more time. Like I really
more of your time.
Yeah, I enjoy it a lot. The posting and the advertising, not really my thing. But I think it's just super cool. Like I love working on guns. I love guns in general. Like it's super cool thing.
So you started Barefoot Precision Firearm Services.
Yep.
So that was this new side hustle you created. A big decent amount of time and money went into it. Getting everything set up and moving all the equipment in. You even established your own business cards, websites, everything like that.
Yep. Logo.
Yeah, logo. That was a nice logo. I'm getting everything set up for it. Kind of what caused you to get kind of drawn to that? Because I know you've always liked guns, but until you bought that stuff, I never knew that you were that guy. I never thought that was your thing, and now you kind of separated yourself into this little niche environment where you're kind of starting to get some traction going, and you've had some success with some people. With Bodwin and then Jeffrey and other Jeffrey, So, well, tell me about that.
Yeah, no, I think this is a fairly recent discovery that I've enjoyed working on guns. So it's still a recent discovery. By no means am I like a fucking blacksmith gunsmith. And like really like proficient at all these things, but I enjoy learning about it and I enjoy working on them. I think it's just grown to be a passion of mine recently. I do have a large amount of guns already, so learning how to work on them myself was it felt like a good idea, knowing how to service them myself. And at the time I was like, what would be a cool way to make more money in a job doing something that I enjoy? And that was just kind of what I came up with. I kind of spun it as like this thing that'll never happen. It was like, well, there's no point. It was like it's a cool thing to think about, but in actuality, like it'll never happen. Type of thing. I think Gina was really good at like pushing me to like, it's like, well, if this is something that you want, like you should totally do it. And I think
Gina's real good at shooting for the impossible.
Yeah,
Believing that everything's possible.
Yeah, that's why she's dating me. She didn't think she could do it. But no,
29-year-old made her stand.
Yeah, right. Yeah, no, I had no intention of that actually like becoming a thing. It was very much because of Gina that it's even here, and has gone as far as it has. She's done a huge portion. She made my business cards. I made the design though.
But didn't Bosman make the logo?
No. So he made one. He made like one of the logos that I put on the back, but the overall the logo that I had put was the one that I like to use for the business. And she made the website. She made the entire website herself. It was like an amazing website. Like did a fantastic job on it.
Speaking of logo, sorry to cut you off. I'll
oh yeah, let me see
you.
it.
This is so each video, whenever you click on it, the thumbnail will probably be your face, and then whenever you click on it, though, it'll have a video recording the whole time. That's just a photo. But that's what
I like that, dude. That's really cool.
Yeah, right?
That's really, really cool.
I showed it to Bonnie. He's like, it looks like a bushy cat. It's like, no way, you got to use it. But, yeah, you were kind of the reason why I decided to do this, because I'd always wanted to do it. I really enjoy talking to people and asking questions and kind of getting just to know people more and kind of having that social aspect. But I didn't really even consider it until you started your thing. So yeah, so I guess thanks for that inspiration. Thank Gina.
Yeah, it's like a weird thing. It's like, well, like, why are you telling yourself that you can't do it?
Mm-hmm.
It's like you don't have a reason other than the fear that it won't work out.
Yeah.
And for me, I really didn't see a downside. It's like I spend money on a hobby that I enjoy, and no one wants it. I still have the tools to do it myself.
Yeah.
Like for my own purposes, for my friends and family that want stuff done. Like I can still be that individual to do that. And it's like there was literally no downside, no risk for me at all. So I didn't. So I only saw it. The only downside being like spending the money on the materials, but even that wasn't terrible.
Full disclosure, how much was it?
How much did I spend? It was over $2,000.
Yeah,
I spent on everything.
Did you buy a pistol at the same time, like around the same time?
It wasn't really at the same time. It was like several months before. Yeah, no, it was like
the defective pistol.
it wasn't fucking defective. It worked just fine. It just needed to be cleaned. I didn't clean it. It had like the thick like goop.
The factory lubricant.
Yeah,
yeah.
It was just like super like thick and everything. So like you'd shoot it and it was kind of like it wouldn't load in the next round right. But some guns can still. A lot of guns can do that with just like limp wristing it.
Yeah.
And just not properly lubricating your weapon. So
yeah, that makes sense.
yeah, but super cool. I like it. Looks badass too.
Yeah, it does.
It's just a cool gun.
Yeah, I'm pretty excited to go shoot it again. Or actually see it work this time instead of just jam up.
Yeah, but it's working now. I'll tell you what, you should shoot is that fucking rifle I got. I love that thing.
Have you actually shot it?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I've
When?
shot it several times. Bodwin shot it.
Really?
Yeah, I took him to the range, took him there.
The one at Gina's old job?
Yep.
Okay.
Well, I took him to that one. That's where we would shoot the bigger guns, like my 308,
Good,
my
Gale
6.5.
Hudson's.
Huh?
Good. Is that big pond that we always used to go to with Daddy?
Gale Beasley.
Gale Beasley, yeah.
Yeah.
I said Gale Hudson. I don't know who that is. But
yeah. But shooting, that's a very nice rifle, dude.
Yeah,
I love
it
it.
looked nice.
I love it to death. It's very nice. And then my 308, obviously,
oh my gosh,
it's fucking amazing.
308.
Can't miss it. Oh,
I don't miss it.
I love that gun. It's awesome.
Yeah, we collected the bit of an arsenal here. I don't really shoot much anymore unless it's training or anything.
Yeah.
I don't really. I like to hunt. I want to get back more into hunting, but I don't really find shooting very fun unless it's like if you have like a long gun. That'd be pretty cool. You know, going out and shooting some targets with that. But I really want to hunt again. And I feel like unless it's breathing, there's no fun.
I find a lot of joy in it. I think it's a super fun hobby. I just love guns in general. So like finding, like shooting different guns, different targets. I think is pretty cool. I've always kind of enjoyed it. Ironically, I hate the fucking Army Qual. I fucking hate Army Quals.
Yeah, I do too.
But you know, I love shooting. I love shooting different guns. So I'll maybe try to do a little bit more with my business as of recently.
Do you feel like you'll want to expand it in any way, or do you see other applications being used with that, or do you just see it being firearm service?
Like what else are you
I don't know.
referring to?
Maybe it could be. Maybe you could have help people as far as actually shooting. You know.
Oh, like
May-
kind of like training.
Yeah, maybe teach them a bit on the weapon, or teach them how to zero it, or something like that. Do you ever see it becoming anything more than firearm service?
I've had a few people reach out to me and ask me if I do training. I have no problem with training people. It wasn't necessarily my intention with us.
You heard it here first, folks.
Huh?
You heard it here first, folks.
Yeah, to all our listeners. But yeah, I have no problem at all with teaching people how to shoot. I think it's pretty fun, teaching in general.
Yeah.
So that part, yeah, I have no problem doing that. That'd be pretty fun. That wasn't really my intention going into it, so I guess I didn't really think about it.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, I can totally see it doing that. As far as like teaching people how to shoot, like very basic fundamentals. By no means am I going to be doing like CQC or anything.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, that'd be pretty cool.
Get Prince over here.
But yeah, no, that'd be pretty cool.
Yeah, I agree. It's a good thing that you like to teach. Teaching people how to use weapons. It'll be a big part of your role in ROTC this upcoming semester. This upcoming school year. As an MS4.
Probably not. I just mean like they don't really do anything with weapons.
No, I just meant teaching in general.
Oh,
teaching things.
Oh yeah, I enjoy
tactics.
I
and things
do
like
enjoy teaching. Yeah, I won't be at really any of the labs, but except for the next semester, which is like when all the real teaching is really important. So as far as that regard, yeah, I think that'd be pretty cool. I enjoy teaching a lot, so I was thinking I like to think that I'm good at it.
Yeah.
I think a lot of it comes from training. That's all that is teaching.
Yeah.
Teaching people how to do movements and how to exercise and how to live healthy. And so been training people for a while now. Just get kind of used to it.
Yeah, it's I feel like there's added value in training the next generation of the Army.
Yeah, for sure.
It makes you feel good knowing. I was like, hey, I taught them that. Like, this information lives on through the Army, through me, through this person.
Sure. Yeah.
Through everybody we teach. So I feel like everything else, it's the continuation of the knowledge. It's really nice to get to share that, especially since you know that there was a point where you were super appreciative for someone else sharing that with you.
Sure. Yeah.
So, yeah, I know I'm pretty excited for it. We're both team captains of two
special team.
Yeah, 2 special teams. So it'd be nice to kind of be that leader, that guy on the front, telling people what's up.
Yeah, I've been in a more of a grunt role for a while now.
Yeah.
I have no problem being a teacher. I think it's pretty fun, especially depending on what you're teaching.
Yeah, you probably earned your keep by now.
We'll see. We'll see. Go there, shoot fucking 19 out of 40. Oh, the gun guy can't shoot.
Yeah, well, maybe we get better. Well, I would like to personally say thank you for being the first guest we've had here. I know I've enjoyed my time. I've enjoyed having you here and getting this podcast started. I'm sure that I'll have other people on, and maybe they'll be able to listen to this and kind of get an idea of what's going on, and maybe it'll grow into something nice, something we can look at later and see some success out of it.
Yeah, no, man, I really appreciate you having me on. It's a super cool thing that you're doing, and I think that the more that you do it, the better you'll get. you'll get better at running interviews. You'll get better at asking questions. You'll get better at staying on topic and things like this. And you'll have plenty of cool people on that you can get a wide array of experiences and skill set and mindset. And like with things like that, you can really help people. Like there's a lot of good that you can do with a podcast like this that's focused on helping people. So keep doing what you're doing, man. It'll get better.
Alrighty, man.
Really
Well,
good.
I appreciate you taking the time. I will see you guys in the next one. Bye, everybody.